Ah, damn it. What happened here? Oh, here we go. All right. Due to, so this is from Konami, and you and me had speculated on this. We didn't know which way it was going to go, but unfortunately, did not go our way. Due to timing, we will not be ready to present at E3 this year. We want to reassure our fans that we are in deep development on a number of key projects. So please stay tuned for some updates in the coming months. While we are not participating this year, we have a great respect for the ESA and know that 2021 will be a great success. We will continue to support the ESA and wish the best to all participants at this year's show. So you you and me were speculating that maybe Konami would come to E3 and just blow everyone's minds away. Just like, here's a new Castlevania, here's a new Metal Gear, here's a new Silent Hill. But
They would be coming in like Oprah.
yeah,
Here's a game. Here's a game.
yeah,
I think that's the reason. That's literally the reason why Konami backed up, because they're like, oh snap, we can't live up to all this hype.
yeah.
So we got to deuce, because they probably only had patchy slot games. They had patchy slot games and probably a new Bomberman, and it was going to be a mobile game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and a new terrible Contra game, because that
Why
most
not?
recent Contra game was Bobo.
Yeah,
Or I could be completely wrong, and yes, they have like Metal Gear and Castlevania, all these things in the works.
they
Some
just
Silent
didn't have any
Hill.
information on them.
Maybe they're just not show ready.
Okay.
So that could definitely be the case, which is like the most optimistic look at
Yes.
it. And
Yes, that is the
because
most optimistic.
I mean, just like you said, you're talking about Pez, which is Konami, by the
Yeah.
way. And we're going to talk later a little bit more about Castlevania, but just Metal Gear, Silent Hill, those are all really strong franchises that made Konami one of my favorite developers.
Yeah.
Or for a long time. They made some of my most replayed games. And it's been sad to see how they've gone
Mm-hmm.
in these past few years, especially with that breakup with Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
And how they've kind of shied away from the gaming landscape in general and just focused on patchy slot, which for business reasons completely understand. It's just as a fan, it's not something that you want to see.
No, you're completely right.
So I do hope there's a renaissance, a Konami renaissance, because I mean Capcom has had a renaissance.
Yes.
And they are shooting like firing on all cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing really incredible work right now. And if that were to happen with Konami, I'd be over the moon.
Yeah.
So here's hoping.
Yes.
Looking forward.
Yeah. For those that don't know, at the end of Street Fighter 4's lifespan, Konami was on life support pretty much.
Capcom.
Capcom was on life support.
Yeah.
They only had $1 million in savings or something ridiculous. No, 20 million. It was so low for a company that's that big, and they were just hemorrhaging money, and people thought that they might get bought out and not be the Capcom that we knew, but they survived, and I really hope the same thing happens with Konami.
Yes.
All right.
They bring out bangers, like something akin to how Monster Hunter Rise has been for Capcom, or Resident Evil 2 remake, something like that. If they're able to do a remake a la Resident Evil 2 remake,
yeah,
hot damn, with any of their titles.
Yes, yeah.